You're listening to Edge Radio TV. The views and opinions expressed in this program are that of the hosts or guests, and not the Edge Radio Network or its advertisers or affiliates.
Welcome, 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 my Edgy Entrepreneurs. I'm Jen Coleman-Ayers, and you are watching the Edgy Entrepreneur Show on Edge Radio TV. I am so excited. I'm just over the moon and cannot wait to dig into conversations with this beautiful lady that is sitting next to me today, Stephanie Wilson. Yes, I mean, you are just like everything, a culmination. You grew up as a pastor's child.
I did.
So you have that background and that, that upbringing and that knowledge. You have an MBA in business.
I do.
You've been working with women on their bodies and physical journeys, as well as, I love the word ascension coach.
Yes.
So let's dig into that.
Let's dig in.
Yes, let's dig into what are you doing now? Let's start there. What are you doing now?
Okay. Hello, everybody. Thank you for having me, Jen.
Yes.
My name is Stephanie Wilson, and as she said, that I've had this crazy Baptist. There's Southern Baptist
churches.
So holiness. This is like a little bit of everything. And so we were straight Baptist church, and I mean, I loved my upbringing, but it was just very religious.
Yes.
And now what living at the life is truth. Life is healing. Life is, ups, it's down. But at the end of the day, it's what you make it. And what I've found in my studies and in my own,
I know that today is going to be magical and amazing. And just that being said, the energy that we walked into in this studio.
Yeah.
You are the creator of your reality.
Absolutely, absolutely. Every thought, every word. And so what I'm really doing processes, I've got about 12 to 15 processes that I teach in a 12-week course about how to self-process and how to get to the truth and how to get to healing. It's not speaking.
All of those contexts to me are the religiosity.
Yes.
Indoctrinations that you're speaking of.
Probably helping them come from religion into relationship.
Okay.
So right now I'm doing both, but eventually I will just focus on freeing people.
Oh, modern, I guess, is that concept, like a new age. Really,
it's not really modern though.
No, it's not.
It's different. And so, kind of path that I'm on. One of the things we teach in New Thought is that there's nothing evil, there's nothing wrong.
Right.
It's all energy, and it's all about perception. It's the meaning that we give to things. Telling the truth.
Education system. In my life,
they shape the lens through which we experience life.
Yes.
So it's very critical, and that's what we're reprogramming. And so.
Welcome back, my edgy entrepreneurs. I am so excited to introduce and bring back my amazing guest, Stephanie Wilson, today.
Thank you, darling.
So we left on how you get to your truth, and kind of what that journey looks like. And that is what you're evolving. Like you're helping women evolve and discover that truth. Yeah. So kind of what does that look like? Like what was your journey? What brought you here so that you're equipped with all of this knowledge and tools to...
The trigger was when my dad died. So my dad died in July of 2020. And that was the trigger because that was a significant loss in my life. And
in a time where already we felt like we were under a wet blanket. We couldn't even hold his hand.
He died in the hospital by himself. Because it was during the time when nobody could come in because of the corona. So that was the trigger. That was when I had already started, doing oracle cards. I had already started kind of coming into spirituality.
Yeah,
I had already started doing different things and just getting my intuition and guidance directly from God, directly from source.
Cleansing your vessel.
And so when that happened, I discovered that my life back.
Man, I didn't even think about that because growing up as a pastor's daughter, not only was he was your spiritual guidance. Like he was your, like not only your mind, body, but I got your soul too.
Yes.
Wow.
He invited me to a 5-day challenge with my current mentor, because I was seeking spiritual clarity. And so I got into this 5-day challenge, which had absolutely, when she pitched it, it had nothing to do with deep work. It was just, hey, is spiritual your thing? Come into my 5-day challenge. I'll help you get some healing. I spent 5 days with this lady, signed up with her program. The very first week, we, started talking about truth. And she started talking about what subconscious reprogramming is and how trauma will help you get to your truth, because you have to deal with the shit that comes with trauma.
Yeah, when you're at your deepest and your darkest, like when you...
Dark night of the soul.
Yes.
That was the beginning of my dark night of the soul. I just couldn't see it. I couldn't touch it. But I knew in the innermost parts of my being that I was higher, that I was... Then she teaches us E4 trauma method, which is, her name is Dr. Erin Haskell, and it's her process. It's the E4 trauma method, and it's one of the tools that I use. The trauma,
right?
And you neutralize the emotion.
Yes.
So once I neutralized the emotion of my father leaving, that's when we discovered.
But you're right. Is programming.
Now you get it. Now do you understand how religiosity, because I attached my being to him, but that's not the truth. The truth is I'm a whole and dropping nuggets, Jen, because I have to put a little. You can't just vomit on people.
No, you really can't. And that, I think, is the most interesting part of the journey to something greater. Absolutely. Passion. And then like you, to get it out, to 10x your voice.
Oh my God.
Out there.
So amazing. And I'm so grateful. My ability years old. I remember when out of control because I hadn't neutralized the emotion and come to the truth about it.
Yes.
He didn't abandon me. He just made choices that were best for him.
Yes.
But because meaning of abandonment on it.
Right.
So what I teach in my program is not only do we uncover the truth, but we uncover that you create. And I mean, Jen, in every relationship, I'm 42, never been married. It showed up in relationships. It showed up in friendship. It showed up in, and so what do you do with what you need?
Yep.
And so truth, now I'm on my road to Doctor of Divinity, because what I just discovered is that I'm going to be teaching, and what my gift to the world is going to be belief.
It's just a seed that's subconscious.
So belief work is where I'm going to be, because when we teach affirmative prayer, and there's a step in affirmative prayer where you declare.
We're going to cut to a quick commercial break from our sponsors. You're watching The Edgy Entrepreneur on Edge Radio TV. I cannot wait to come back and dive in.
Are you a subject matter expert, professional, influencer, book author, thought leader, or business owner with an educational or motivational?
In bed? Are you ready to spice things up behind those closed doors?
Woo! We're here for you every hump day at 7 p.m.
This is Sex on the Edge with Jen and...
Don't push me, because I'm community show where I bring the talk.
And I bring the unity.
And together we talk about unity. Unity is what matters.
Welcome back. This is Stephanie Wilson. Man, this has been fun. Like, this has really been powerful and thought-provoking. Part of the audience, it makes more sense for them.
Yeah.
So that's what I love about great teachers,
Yeah.
is they're able to engage on.
Blessed to the pastor of the church that I serve at asked me, when are you going to start teaching on Tuesdays? When are you going to start teaching subconscious reprogramming, teaching,
Yes.
you know, God teach, and how I coach my people. Finding your truth allows you to accept who you are.
And there was something that just came to me as you were eating. Y'all, that was a fun moment.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yes.
So that's really what I'm doing. It's like when we were talking off camera, what is my avatar? Master. Because remember, what you think about is what you bring about. And once you start accepting that this is who you are, then the world aligns for that shit. It only what you believe is what is going to outpicture in your life.
Yes.
And do you want to continue to live someone else's life?
Well, and
Be how you live.
And to me, it was, I'm writing out kind of what are my key points and what do I think about life. And one of my core values that goes along with the religiosity too, because in the alchemy of happiness, it really is about doing those small rituals to affirm to you
Of getting there. And when we get into
what is your version of divinity? Like, when you say divinity, what does that look like for you? It has so much.
right, and I was just having an EP right now at the same time.
Yes.
There's one chromosome
Yeah.
that determines whether you're a female or whether you're
Edge Radio.
How you living?
When people stop talking to each other, society is on the edge. Let's bring them back. Edge